Hello, everyone. So this is day 25. Let's see. Hello, everyone. This is day 25 of the fundraiser, raising money for Dementia UK. Oh, hello, Boomy. Can we get Boomy to join? How do we invite Boomy to join? Boomy, do you need to do something? Do you need to request to join me going live? How does this work? Yay! Oh no, maybe you have to request again.
Okay, I think you got
There
it.
you are. How are
I think you
you?
got it. I'm good. I'm good. I mean,
I wonder if I can I do
yeah, but
this? Can I do,
invited if I
no,
can.
no, I'll stay here. I think it's just me and you, Boomy.
It might be just you and I right now. Yeah,
But that's okay. How have you
I'm
been?
good with that.
Until more people join, should we just chat for a bit?
All right, cool. I've been okay. I've been okay. Let's see here. I mean, the whole, gotta work and pay bills and money and that whole thing. Outside of that, yeah, just try to make time for, doing creative stuff with the YouTube channels and the podcast and been doing some gardening quite a bit over the last, I think, couple of years now,
Mm.
which is kind of weird. And I mean, I don't know if if I want to say I'm into it, but I guess I'm kind of am a little bit. I found I'm spending more and more money on gardening these days than I ever thought I would.
You know
So,
what? You're an amazing talent because I was looking at some of your video posts today and I was like, he's speaking French.
oh,
He is
oh yeah, yeah.
speaking Dutch. I'm like, what is this? This is a new Boomy. But I was really inspired because I thought, you know what? You are just learning and learning and learning and teaching yourself piano. I know you've taught yourself piano as well.
I did that I haven't played piano for a while now. Kind of got to a point where it was like I was enjoying it, but then I was wanting to do other things and then time and then stuff. And, it always kind of sucks when you got to make that call. But as much as I like the piano, I think ultimately it wasn't really a passion of mine. But
Okay.
never say never. That might come back one day. But yeah, I did learn piano for a couple of, no, about 5 years. I think I spent learning piano 5, 6 years.
5 years. Wow, that's pretty
Um,
committed.
yeah, and I think I did okay. Managed to tinker out a few tunes and
I d
you know.
So we're live. Have you ever done live before?
I've been on someone else's live before, like it was years ago though. I think it was like probably gotta be at least 6, 7 years ago. I think I was on somebody's live, where I guess they invited me, or maybe I did a request for it. I don't really remember how it went. It was a while ago, but
Do people see you
yeah.
live? Like, do you see people in the room? I mean, are we supposed to see people in the room, or they just log in whenever they want to? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, they pretty much log in. I like where that one is in the corner, like
Yeah,
that goes to, I guess, two or something like that
fair
when
enough.
somebody else joins, or three or four, however many people come.
Okay.
Um,
I haven't really widely said it, so it just might be being you.
that's so good.
It's all good to
Whether
catch up.
whether it's one, none, 100, or it's all good.
So, Boomy, are you happy for me to like share this on my other social media channels?
Uh, what do you mean the stream? Yeah,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, yeah.
thank you. I appreciate that. Um, I'm not going to take up too much of your time, and I really appreciate that you came on with me today. But also, you're a poet, you're a writer, you're a creative, and also, I loved the last poem I heard you say, and I think it was the first time I'd actually really been in a room with you, your spoken word, and it was just emotional. And and there's loads of people that I know. Hi, Bryony. Thank you for joining. There's loads of there's loads of people that I know absolutely loved your poetry that evening. So,
Wow, that's good to hear. Yeah, poetry. I mean, I think I first started writing poetry. Oh man, I would have been. It's got to be close to 15 years now,
mm,
and I got into it through complete accident. I wasn't really looking for it. It's just kind of something I found online and just ended up going down this whole rabbit hole of poets and slam poetry and poetry contests. And I was like, man, I just felt like I wanted to write and looked up places to perform and found a place in Old Street, which there's a pub in Old Street that had a poetry night
mm,
on Sundays, but unfortunately that place has since closed down.
um,
They don't exist no more. But that was the first place I ever did poetry, and from there, you meet people who are like, oh yeah, I've got a show and come to this, and then you meet more people. It's like, yeah, I'm doing a show, come to this, and then you meet more people, and it becomes before you know it, just in this whole community of people, and it was cool. I mean, I feel like I did get to a point where, as much as I liked it, I kind of felt like the poetry scene wasn't really for me anymore, and there was a lot of, I think to be fair, when I look back at it, a big part of it was just me being in my own ego,
mm-hmm.
um, and letting that kind of take precedent more than it should have. Um, but maybe it was a good thing in a sense that, like, I did other things. I do like to do other things, and I like to try different stuff, and that's what happened. So I guess it was a good result came out of maybe not making a good decision at the time.
It's quite
But yeah,
interesting. Yeah,
yeah, but I still
yeah.
write a little bit. I mean, I still write. I guess I write quite a lot. I don't necessarily write a lot of poetry. I mean, I do still write poetry, but it's more like little bits and little notes and things like that. Most of my writing now is more around, the YouTube and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, I still like to dibble and dabble
Yeah.
in the poetry spoken word world, and I did a performance a few weeks ago at a friend's event, which was like my first performance in, I don't know, years at this point. But it was cool to go back on stage and speak in front of people, and you know all that whole thing. And it's like, yeah, it was
Did
cool.
it
It was
feel
good.
good? Yeah.
It
Did it
did,
feel
yeah,
good to be back in? Yeah.
yeah.
It's funny what you say about ego though as well. I think there is a part of oneself that is the ego that comes forward to talk to inform, to give a story, to
Mm,
perform. There is that part of ourselves that is vulnerable, that puts ourselves out there, and that
mm.
was quite interesting when you said, it was maybe my ego. I was like, oh, but you know,
Yeah, I mean, the ego isn't necessarily a bad thing the way I look at it.
no,
It's not necessary in and of itself. It's like any kind of emotion. Like, they're not bad things, or they're not let's say good things or bad things. They're just things when it comes down to it. But how you feel about it and what you do with it is really what matters in the end. Like, I feel like all these things are there to inform you, right? They're there to let you know how you feel about something, or inform you of your current state, but they don't necessarily tell you the truth of what's actually going on.
mm,
And sometimes when you're too much in yourself and you're not really paying attention to what's actually happening,
mm,
um, you could end up making bad decisions because you kind of assume, oh, maybe everybody's against me, or things like that, or maybe the opposite. Maybe you see, oh, everybody loves me, when that's not the case either.
yeah,
So these things inform us, and we should listen to them, and we should allow ourselves to feel them and learn what we can from them. But in the end, you need to put them down and say thank you for the information, but I need to take it from here, which is doesn't always happen that way. Right?
totally
So
agree, totally agree, totally agree. So, thank you for joining me on day 25 of this fundraiser for Dementia UK and Admiral Nurses in memory of my dad. I really appreciate it. And just to say thank you because you met my dad. Um, he was in your short film as well, Real
yeah,
Magic, which I always love watching that. And hopefully, if you're okay with it, I'm going to put it out there as well
oh,
again,
please
just
do, please do.
because it is. it's another side of my dad that I find really, was really a great thing to discover, that he was creative, that he loved acting, that he loved performing, and he was willing to take part in it as well. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you. Yeah, that was a good day. I remember remember meeting him and with a scene where the kind of the reveal happens and his
Yeah.
surprise and,
Yeah.
and I think he was kind of like you know acting surprised, but at the same time it kind of felt like he's looking at me like I think this guy's an idiot. You know? Because it was supposed to be like all silly whatever,
Yeah,
but yeah,
the nuances he put into it,
yeah.
yeah, were great. So I wrote a poem today as well about memories, because this was what our poem was about, and I wondered whether you want to go first, or shall I go first, or how would you like to
Um,
do it?
well, I'll let you decide who goes first. This is as your hosting.
Okay.
Let me say I let you decide. Like it's, I'm sorry. That's my. Guess that's my ego. You,
That's fine.
I,
It's
I
fine.
believe you should decide.
Well, go on, Bumi. I'm gonna allow you no, there you go, me allowing you. I think, please, thank you for joining me, and let's hear the words that you've come with today.
All right, cool. Um, so this is a piece I wrote um back in 2021. Um, and the theme being memory. I think this is a little bit with memory, I would say, but maybe not entirely. But hopefully, it's still acceptable. This is called Solitude. Most days, I feel like I'm just waiting for death, waiting for the day I breathe my last breath. Time traveling has proved to be a lonely trek. I've lived many lives. Too many times I've seen the ugly side of human pride. But you see, something happens when you're alone, sitting in a place where demons roam. There's an overwhelming feeling of regret, looking back on a life that was never led. I used to be in command of many men, led armies across the desert sands, took minds through galaxies. They waited on every word I speak, but now, a distant memory of what used to be. So I sit here wondering the use of me. A few times I should have died, at least two or three, here for a reason I do not see, or a reason that's already been. No one notices the screams in empty fields, the tears behind the veil, or the silence, but they will notice the violence. Hashtag break the cycle. Kindness lasts for a week, then it's back to normal, back to the ways that causes the next poor soul to pass through a portal, cross over to the realm of the mortals, the inevitable outcome of all in the end. The thing is, I'm already dead. My body just doesn't know it yet. But this decay didn't start with me. It's been rotted ever since 10,000 BC, when the last living unicorn was ever seen, a beautiful, magnificent, radiant beast. We severed its head for the promises its blood would bring. That night, the unicorn visited the town leader's dream, told him he would have everything, wealth and children beyond belief, but it would all be taken away when least expected. Freedom is the cost of protection, and self-preservation of those who have everything would always take precedence over the lives of working men, expendable humans. So used to the abuse, we learn to love what we're given, learn to love their restrictions, praise the way they govern, while the rules that control us are created by those who do not abide by them. My individual pursuit of happiness is marred by the constant feeling I'm never good enough. Every time I see someone rising up, I pretend to be as happy for them as I really wish I was. Tired of never giving up. Tired of being patient when times are tough. Wish I was as broken as everyone thinks I'm not. How can I give when no one wants what I've got? How can I take when I don't know what I want? Ego would kill me before I ever wake. Excuse me. Ego would kill me before I ever open up, lying in a pool of blood and a million years of petty thoughts. All the things I ever saw, flashing before me like a carousel, as the guide leads me into the unknown world. Wherever I go, it will be where I deserve. So reserve the sadness for those left behind. death comes at the best worst time. No matter how many you know who have died, you're never prepared for how it feels inside. Every emotion bursting through the eyes, and in that moment, the world sees who you are truly. But now I know why people cry when someone dies in the movies.
It is absolutely beautiful.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for that. Thank you. Oh, that choked me at every point. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to put it out.
So, um, mine's very short, which is great. Um, and I'll go with it. Memories, memoirs, snapshots in my mind, time lapses into a film of moments. How can I forget so many with all the new created, creation, born again? Each time, like a new me, a new chapter of life, of lifetimes. Do we ever know if this moment exists or existed? And we relive captured seconds in all universes all at once.
Mm, yeah,
I feel like we both talk about existence.
yeah, yeah. Like how
um, yeah.
life and I guess how these sort of points. I mean, poetry always kind of feel is like a photograph
Mm,
of that moment, of who you are at this very specific moment of writing, and yeah,
yeah. And also, I mean, I saw that one of your favorite films is Everything, Everywhere All at Once,
okay,
which
yeah, yeah,
I absolutely love as well. Um, not, for all sorts of reasons, but yeah, I just felt like there was an echo of what we were saying about existentialism in what we were saying and the journey of who we are, and it
hmm
transcends who we are in, this life. So yeah.
yeah. It's yeah, wow.
But thank you. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for joining me on day 25.
Oh,
And
thank you.
we will catch up. But that poem is beautiful. And thank you for joining us today and for listening. And
Oh, thank you.
Bumi, see you soon.
Hey, take
All
care.
right. Take care. Bye.